Hello and welcome to a Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. As you can see, NASDAQ, I am here today in New York City and right in Times Square with David Wicks, the Vice President of NASDAQ, and he's going to tell me all about his life, what he does here, and imagine me, una cubanita, a Cuban American, here at NASDAQ. It doesn't get any better. David, what a pleasure.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you
Yes.
for being on a Business Minute with Lily Lopez.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited to be here, and I see my logo, I see the NASDAQ logo. I feel so important. I feel like I'm in heaven.
You are important.
Oh gosh. So tell me about you, your life, how you started. How did you get here?
Yeah, so it's crazy, but I've been at NASDAQ 31 years. So I came in through an acquisition, and so I came in through, I was working at the American Stock Exchange at the time, and FINRA owned the NASD or NASDAQ, and they acquired the American Stock Exchange, so I came in through there. So I've spent the last 3 decades working here, and I've done a variety of jobs at NASDAQ. I've worked on the relationship side. I've had an opportunity to work on our products and strategy group. I've actually had the joy of running this facility, the market site. And currently I oversee a team of relationship managers. So if you were a listed company, you have a dedicated point of contact at NASDAQ, and they're your advocate. They're your person that you go to for anything related to your relationship with the exchange.
And your background before starting here.
So
what did you do? Did you ever think you were going to be here?
I never thought I would work in the exchange space. I actually started my career on the bond side.
Right.
Then I went over to equity research. And I think the interesting thing about the exchange space is it changes so rapidly. So when I look at when I started 30 years ago,
right,
just to give you a little tidbit, NASDAQ probably made over 70% of its revenue from the trading of cash equities, right? So the companies that were listed on our exchange. Today, that number is in the low single digits.
Oh.
So as a business, we've completely transformed ourselves as a business. And today, we operate 120 exchanges around the world. They use our technology to run their exchanges. We use smarts technology to use for surveillance for those exchanges. 3 years ago, we acquired a company called Verifin, which is in the anti-money laundering and fraud side. And last year in November, we closed on our largest acquisition. It was a $10.5 billion acquisition of a company called Adenza. Wow. And it was made up of 2 companies, one of which is kind of regulatory reporting, and one of which is treasury trade-to-trade risk management. So it's just, and
your
again,
working hours must be nonstop, I believe, right? Nonstop? You basically sleep here.
Sometimes I feel like I do, but I always have a smile.
Exactly, and that's so important. So tell me about what you do for the clients.
Yeah,
what
so
do you do, basically?
This morning, for example, I hosted the opening bell, which is one of my favorite things. So that's an opportunity where a company comes in to celebrate. This morning, the company was celebrating their 10-year listing anniversary on NASDAQ. So that's always a lot of fun. I'll be hosting in in an hour or so, I'll be hosting our closing bell. That's a small part of my day, but the bigger part of my day is really just being an advocate for our listed companies. Right. We provide, in addition to a trading platform and transparency and liquidity for the trading of shares, we provide services for our listed companies, primarily around investor relations, governance, and ESG. So we help companies kind of work through different issues, whether it's on the investor relations side, whether it's on the governance side, whether it's on the ESG side.
And what has been the most rewarding and the most challenging moment in your career at NASDAQ?
So I would say the most rewarding is just working with our clients. We work from everyone from the smallest company to the magnificent.
What would be the size of a small company?
Several $1 million.
Oh, really?
Up to NVIDIA.
I didn't know
$3
that.
trillion in Apple.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to be huge.
Yeah.
I'm learning, you see. This is important for me. I'm learning.
So we operate, a global market, and I think just the opportunity to meet amazing CEOs, amazing CFOs.
The experience.
Learn about what they're doing, cutting edge stuff. That's probably the most rewarding. I think the most challenging sometimes is just keeping up with everything.
Right. Oh, of course.
You know, the environment is changing rapidly, right? So whether it's on the investor relations side, whether it's on the governance side,
And
technology, AI is starting to come into play.
Yes, we just did it. You know, in the South Florida Hispanic Chamber, we just had a symposium. We had 400 members participate on artificial intelligence and how it affects healthcare. So AI is really, really dominating everything, and it's scary. It's good, but it's scary.
Yeah, and there's opportunities with AI.
There's opportunities, absolutely. There's always opportunities.
So we're the first exchange to have an AI-driven order type, so investors can actually put in. Yeah, thank you. So it's just the beginning. You know, we're in the early innings, and I think, you know, as we look down, you know, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, we're going to look back and say, wow, like, how cool was that?
Yeah, just like when we had, remember there was faxes and then there was email and all that, and then you were saying, what's...
And flip phones.
The flip phones, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out? Because, you know, this is a business minute. Usually it's 5 minutes.
No,
but I
would just say the other part I would just touch upon, we're the only exchange that advocates for our companies. So we spend a lot of time in Washington.
Okay.
And when Adina Friedman became our CEO in 2017, we came out with a blueprint called Project Revitalize. And it was really meant to address what we saw a trend in the market where the number of companies going public, which drives growth, which drives, you know, hiring and the economy, that number kept going down.
Okay.
So our blueprint was meant to make it easier and less costly for companies to go public. So that was our kind of blueprint in 2017. We just relaunched our second phase of that last year, something called Project Elevate. And that really is our attempt to help our listed companies just, you know, have a better public company experience.
And you advocate for them, which is a big difference.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I congratulate you so much, and I
thank
thank you so much for
you're
your
welcome.
time and for being on a Business Minute with Lily Lopez.
Next time we're going to do it in Miami.
We're gonna, oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh, yes. You're going to come to an event. We're going to talk to you in Spanglish. You know, the combination of both languages, and we'll give you a mojito and have a good time. We'll sit you there with the members, and they're going to love you.
That would be great.
And I thank you so much for the time, for the opportunity, and just to be here with all of you.
You're welcome, Lily.
And we'll see you all next week at the same time. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Business Minute with Lily Lopez.